Hello, today I want to do some primer on the chassis. I'm also trying something a little bit different. I'm going to film like I always have, where there'll be pretty long videos, but I'm also going to make a condensed version of it. So this video is going to be the original style. If you want the shortened version, check the link below. Thank you. Alright, so as you can see, and I showed you this last time, I've got most of the marks filled in, and I know I've got a couple more to do. I'm going to go ahead and primer it and see where I'm at with the rest of them, and because I know I'm going to have to fill a couple of them in anyway, and then I'll go back and hit those that I didn't get the first time. So let me go ahead and get some primer on the bottom of this, and we'll see what we got. I'll be right back. All right, as you can see, I've still got to fix a lot of places. So I'm going to do some putty on those. And see what we can come up with. All right, so there's the spots I've filled up. I'll have to let that dry before I can sand it down. I'll shoot another coat of primer over the top of it, and we'll see where we're at there. It should be pretty good after I get that done. There wasn't much, but what primer does is show your flaws before you put paint on it. So once you paint it, it's gonna make those show up even more. So try to get it taken care of on the front end, so you don't have something that looks bad later on. And what I'm using is 3M Super Red Putty 05099. I used to use just, to me, a basic type putty. Darren Cook, the Grumpy Modeler, turned me on to the 3M. I saw him use it in a video, and it works pretty good. And this will probably last me forever, I would think. So, just something to think about. Both are good. Even the tester stuff works. So, just some kind of filler. You can even use the sprue glue to fill in if you need to. It will work as well. One of the tidbits that for this time is the announcers for that first live flag to flag coverage of a 500-mile race for NASCAR. The booth announcers for TV were Ken Squire and David Hobbs. Both of them I really enjoy. Ned Jarrett in the pits, excellent. And Brock Yates as well. Great crew. They were on top of their game all race long. David Hobbs is one of my favorites, and he didn't do a lot, just mainly like the Daytona 500 every year for a long time. I just always enjoyed listening to him, and Ken Squire as well. And then Benny Parsons later on. I enjoyed listening to him. Jerry Punch was another great one. Alan Bestwick. I preferred him on radio. Like, he was good in the booth, but he was excellent on radio. I want to show you this. So this is the firewall. I'm going to paint it when I paint everything else. But I put this piece of tape on it on the bottom side to keep this plastic and not painted, because glue will stick to plastic better than it will paint. So, and that's something else I need to do on the other side. I've already got a little bit of overspray on it, but I need to tape this off as well, best I can. It may be tough, So just to get a good bond there, the firewall, with the way the roll cage is, just from what I experienced, when you put this front bar in, it spreads the roll cage out in the front. So when I set it up, it sat in there fine. Once I glued that bar in, it pushed it all the way out on the one side. I don't know if you can see it or not. It pushed it out. So you kind of got to force it to get it to go, and that just puts a little bit of pressure here. So to combat that, I'm going to try to have the firewall glued in very well so it doesn't basically come apart. So that's just something to think about. And what else do I have? Oh, I've got the valve covers on the engine. I put the carburetor on and painted it. The only thing I have left to do really on the engine is the headers, which are almost painted, and the belt and pulley system, which is mostly painted as well. But the metallizer paint turned out really well on this. I fixed the areas I needed to fix. I will probably highlight those transmission pan bolts just so they kind of stick a little bit, or like just give it a little bit of enhancement. All right, I do have the first coat of everything roll cage related done, painted in semi-gloss black. I'll probably need to flip everything over and do the underside of the stuff I couldn't get from the angle it's in right now. But it seems to be pretty good. I'm gonna hand paint all the stuff on the axle. I don't know if you can see, it's probably blurry. But the rear end, all the stuff that I kind of just shot over, I'm gonna hand paint all that. So the only thing I gotta paint yet is the firewall, the chassis when I get done sanding the Bondo out of it. And it should be ready to go. Then I can start assembling some stuff here. But I think it turned out pretty good. And what I used is Testors Semi-Gloss Black 296207. So, like I said, I'll just have to do the stuff I couldn't get to with the angle it's at right now. So, that should be that. But I think that's all I've got for tonight. See you later.